My name is Mingyang. I've always thought of myself as fearless, someone who jokes around and keeps things light. But in October, something happened that nearly gave me a heart attack. The school I go to has a long, eerie history. The rules are strict, especially about phones. If you get caught more than twice, the punishment is severe. But I've always had a rebellious streak, and that's what dragged me into this nightmare. If I hadn't been playing mobile games that night, none of this would have happened. Chinbin, are you sure we should be playing games here? Of course. I heard the school's computer room still uses old configurations, perfect for some classic gaming. I thought you'd be into e-commerce. You're always good with words. Brotherhood is more important than business. For you, I'd give up e-commerce any day. Looking back, maybe I should have said no, but sharing a dorm and a class felt too good to pass up. I even switched majors just to stick with Chinbin. I thought I was some tech genius. I didn't know then that this very room would become a nightmare I'd never forget. Hey, doesn't this building look like a crematorium? So gloomy, kinda off. Still, we pressed on. One day, during class. All right, we need a class representative. Someone responsible to maintain order and hygiene. I'll do it, I volunteered. Good, Mingyang. You'll represent the class and be in charge of your dorm's cleanliness too. Great. More chores. But it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Because of my new duties, Chinbin and I had an excuse to sneak into school after hours. We needed an extra plug for our chargers. Each of us had 3 devices to charge. The idea was simple: plug in, wait, and go. But suddenly, the power went out. All our devices were still charging inside the room, and the door was electric. What do we do now? I panicked. We'll be stuck here all night. Chinbin offered. I have an idea. I climbed up and slipped in through the window. Thankfully, it was unlocked, but it was high and old. I could have gotten seriously hurt. For a phone and charger, I risked everything. In hindsight, I should have walked away. No gadget is worth what came next. That room, it was like a tomb. I should have known something was off. Then I saw Chinbin standing weirdly still, staring at nothing. Chinbin, what are you looking at? Stop messing around and help me. But something was wrong. His eyes didn't meet mine. And then my hand. Pain shot up my arm. I had fallen. Hard. I saw 2 shadowy figures walking down the alley. So familiar, yet I couldn't place them. They felt close, like I had known them forever. Then they vanished. The security guard found us and called our teacher, who called my parents. I was taken to the hospital. The x-rays showed my right arm was fractured. I couldn't return to school right away. And by the time I healed, it was almost the end of the term. But even after my bones mended, my mind didn't. Since that night, I hadn't heard from Chinbin. Not once. That weight on my chest kept growing. Eventually, I called him. Chinbin, you finally picked up. Where have you been? What happened that night? His voice was shaky. After you jumped into the room, the power came back. I called for you. You didn't answer. I saw you, but also not you. There were 2 of you. You walked away with someone else. That person looked exactly like you. And I just stood there screaming. You didn't hear a thing. I was stunned. 2 of me? He said he never saw me through the window. Yet I clearly remember climbing through. Whose memory was real? Or were we caught in 2 versions of the same night? After that call, Chinbin vanished completely. His number stopped working. It was like he never existed. No matter how hard I searched, there was no trace. Sometimes I wonder, was Chinbin ever real? Was that night a nightmare, or something worse? But one thing I know for sure, this nightmare isn't over. They're still out there, and they're waiting for me.